made it to Vegas. It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's like, hey guys, welcome to Vegas. I can't believe we're finally here. And it's been a crazy weekend, honestly.
I'm physically exhausted. I slept 11 hours last night. I have not slept that long in a
It
long
really
time.
takes something out of you, and I wasn't expecting this. I always knew that you had some ridiculous energy. Planning for this event,
Yeah.
you were on live stream. After you're on a live stream, you're calling me. Then you're on another live stream. We're texting. I don't know how you're doing it. Then you're saying, gotta go, there's a fire. I don't know who you're talking to. It's like, how do you do it? It's just, this event really takes it out of you.
Yeah, I didn't expect, I've never had this happen at this level. I've always been recognized all over wherever I'm at, around town and stuff, but I've never had this many people in one room that want to ask a question or talk or take a photo. It's been humbling, to be honest with you. Very
What is
hard.
different about this show than other ones we've been to? You've been to VRIC in the last year. We were at the Silver Symposium last year.
Yeah.
We went a little flavor different. Obviously, SatPulse is here.
Yeah.
SatPulse is because StockPulse is really geared towards the silver and junior miners, the resource sector.
Yeah.
My perspective's a little different. I love Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I want to do everything from the world of Bitcoin. So everything for me comes from a Satoshic perspective. I love
Totally.
Sats.
Totally.
So bringing in Bitcoin, I know it's a little different, but I feel like there was something else that was going on. Not just that, but it seemed like Ninja Nation showed up.
It did.
This is a Ninja Nation show.
Yeah, so because you followed the channel so early on, and when I first met you, it was at a Silver Symposium,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah. And we became friends, and I've watched you just absolutely crush it in so many different fields. You're killing it. And it was the energy from a special type of person, a special type of mentality, a person that is thinking about much bigger things coming, and then not only how they're going to protect themselves, but how they're going to take advantage of it. So there's a real lion-style warrior spirit and an excitement, a deep, brooding excitement that was here, and it's very emotional.
I think I even heard a guy say something like, listen, you just tell us when, and you say it,
Yeah.
and we'll go.
The real
Do
estate
it. We're
crash.
just waiting for it.
That was-
You tell us when to go. We're going to go.
It's an army, and it's
crazy.
getting
There's
big.
so many of them.
Yeah, and the thing is, if I would have talked about this show more than I did, because those ticket sales came in 1 week, and that was it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna take a break, and I didn't talk about it until we were really close.
Yeah.
There would have been thousands of people here.
Even on the live stream, we had over 170 people.
Wow.
Live streaming and just watching.
What's the
telling us-
overall count that came?
I think we had about almost 900 or so
Yeah.
between live stream and physical in person, not
Yeah.
including the vendors.
Yeah, this was huge. And I actually see that we're gonna be in a stadium at the end of next year, full, a sports stadium. And it's going to be intense because there's going to be a roar coming out of that stadium that's going to change the world. And it's because we're giving hope to so many people that didn't know that they could actually make money and save money and change their outlook on what's coming, because it's going to get dark. But it's, everyone asked me the same question. Is the end of the world happening? Is the dollar crashing and it's going to go away? I'm like, no, it's not. Are we going to go to a barter system? Like, no. Oh my gosh, no. There's only one thing that's going to happen. A lot of people are going to lose their jobs, and they're not going to be able to buy stuff. They're going to lose stuff. So do you want to be on that side, or do you want to be on the winning side of buying that stuff? We're going to warn as many people as you can, but it's impossible to warn them all. I'd be stoked if I can affect 1% of this nation. So yeah, crime's going to go up. It always does. Then you just have a head on the swivel and you don't go walking down the streets of San Francisco.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, the Great Depression, a lot of people lost their jobs, but nobody was affected in the Midwest. My great-grandparents were farmers. They were not affected at all. Everyone was fine. So having that sense of community is huge, but then it's time to win. And I don't want to see the banks win. I want people to win. Yeah. And that's, it's as embarrassing as it is to admit this, it's hard to be around all these, everyone, because of the love is intense. It's hard. I didn't think this would happen.
I think that this is one of the most beautiful things that happened, and I don't want to take way too much of your time, but I would like to say, like, this has been an amazing experience, not just for me, but I think for so many people. Looking back at Jesse, I remember you pulled that guy, and you said, Patrick, I want you to meet this guy. I think you should have dinner with him.
Yeah.
And I have not gone a week without texting and communicating with that guy. And you just see him walking around, and he has been such an integral part of Ninja Nation.
Yeah.
It's like a very different, much needed piece of the community. And
Yeah.
as you see this come together even more, it is quite encouraging, right? Like, I don't know what this is going to look like in 5 years. Honestly, I don't even know what it's going to look like next year.
It'll be huge.
Because it was only 6 months ago when we were having this discussion first. And I don't know where we're going to be in the next 6 months, but I'm honored that you're here and that we're here and we get to do this. I'm not going to try to puff you up because I know you hate it.
Yeah.
Your hair looks terrible today.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
But I know there's so
I'm
much
extra
to
fat
come.
today.
and I think one of the best things that I got to see, honestly, and for any of you guys watching this right now, I'll say it honestly, your son. Man, that was cool. Getting to meet your son, because
I get that a lot.
As a father,
Yeah.
one of the things that is the thing that I relate to the most is when I hear you or Joe or Jack talk about your kids, your
Yeah.
family. Because without our kids, without our families, this doesn't, who cares what we're doing? It's about leaving a community for your kids, for your wife. You can't do it alone. When you need to step out of the house, you need more people that are having her back if you need to go do business and get business done. And
Yeah.
it takes a community. And seeing that community, seeing your family so involved in what you do, that was a really beautiful thing to witness. So I just really want to thank you for bringing them to. And AJ was quite the stud, I'm telling you.
Thank you.
Those girls, he's single, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's,
AJ is,
he's
I mean,
available.
let me just say, he's his dad's ninja. And
He's right off
he's his
camera
own-
right
he's his
now,
own
probably
stud
being
right
red.
now. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, you didn't even know he's here, huh? So funny.
Well, AJ knows he is not 18 yet, right?
No, he's 20.
Oh, he wasn't 21. They wouldn't
Yeah,
let him
he
in the...
wasn't- yeah, he
that
wasn't
was
21.
lame.
You know, it's funny because you say that, and I've always been told that you'll know the measure of a man by looking at his children. And that's what I love about Trump, actually. I look at all his kids, and his kids don't do drugs, they don't drink, they're very well spoken, they're amazing people. And I think that's what bugs people. Because, you know, that's why we watch reality TV or Jerry Springer, because ultimately people want to feel normal, so they look at really crazy people. And that's not the world I want to live in. I want to live in a world of raising people up in the way they should go, change the world. And I believe this next year is going to be insane because what you see in Jesse is a general, just like you. This is an army. This is not playtime. And I specifically built the channel in a way that everybody would feel comfortable. Look, I will tell you this, there are people on this channel that are just now getting out of debt. There are people that are deeply in debt and they're working on it. There are billionaires watching this channel. And I hear from uber wealthy people all the time that say you're doing right, and they get how important this message is. Because I want to take everybody and I want to see them lifted up. And the only way you can do that is from a heart of compassion. And so I see next year, you're going to be much bigger. SatPulse will grow. Jesse's channel will grow. Everyone that takes that leap, and you didn't want to start at first,
Still don't want to do this.
and you're doing it.
Because I think it's the right thing to do.
And how does it make you feel?
Tired and scared.
Really?
Yes.
You're really scared.
Yeah.
Why is it every time I talk to you, you're like smiling and beaming?
Because I was the mascot for Oregon State University, and I know how to have an on-stage presence and off-stage presence.
Well, then you're a horrible, scared person.
Well, I mean, guys,
I'm
like,
freaking
there's a
out,
lot
man.
of people here. The anxiety, it's,
Yeah.
practicing to deal with it. But the reality is, when I go home, I'm probably going to crash.
Yeah.
This has been one of the most challenging things I've done, because to see so many things go on, and I feel like the people that came have given us the honor of trying to give them and then their message to get out. Even the companies that came, the junior resource mining space has become quite frail. And to see the support that we're getting from the ones we did see, especially people like who are good friends of ours, like James from Guanajuato, those people, we want to continue to support them too, because it's not just about pumping money into the companies. We need to understand who's here for each other. And I like, especially some of those guys like Sean Kunkin, who'll tell you, Bitcoin is good still. We still have things we can do, but we definitely desperately need these resources. So there's a good way to have these discussions, but be authentic about it. So we don't feel like we're trying to shove something or sell something to someone that doesn't really need it, because you and I both know that doesn't work for us.
Not at all. And I think the next show is going to be even that much more special, because you see when the water runs out who your real friends are. And that's going to be exciting, because I think you're going to be turning people away. It's going to be awesome. I love competition. I love destroying competition too.
I don't love the competition.
But
what I do love is being part of a really cool team. And for me, I don't really ever consider myself competition to any of you guys, not even Jack or Joe, because those guys are so good at what they do. We're uneducated economists. You guys all do your own thing. I consider myself an accent, more like the color along with it, because I like hearing what you guys say and commenting on it. Just like we did on the panel today. I was like, guys, let's have the show, let's do a live AMA. I didn't really have to do very much. I just get to highlight what I know you guys are great at. So that's my favorite part.
I'm glad you brought your body double with you, because your stunt double. That was
My brother?
That was pretty sick.
Yeah, he looked at me, he goes, he was insulted.
Oh, I bet.
He goes, how could he confuse your beard with mine? Like, my beard is so much better. Like,
It is much thicker.
It is, right? And that's
much
why
more robust.
Yeah, he got all the good Arab genes. Like, I've had to use Rogaine on my
You're
face
a horrible
to make
Arab.
this happen. My dad said, Patrick, you could never be a Muslim. When you don't grow the hair, you could never do it.
That's got to be so sweet to hear from your
but
dad.
it doesn't stop me from getting the pat downs at the TSA still. So we'll still keep that. That has gone up.
Girl, my shoes are totally fine.
With that said, man, I'm just so glad you're here.
Thanks,
I
man.
love you, and I'm
you.
wishing you well, bro.
Thanks.
I know we're gonna go places.
Yeah.
And for all of you guys that are here, thank you. Thank you so much for supporting us, supporting this channel. Please like, share, subscribe, and make sure, definitely give Joe Brown a follow. Give, Uneducated Economist a follow. Give Nobody Special a follow. Guys, we brought people here who should add different color and perspective.
Yeah.
And that's the goal, is we learn together, we grow together, because being prepared and not scared isn't just something we say. Maybe we've said it too much these days.
Yeah.
Take a second and end us up with why we need to be prepared and not scared, and what that looks like.
First off, I'm going to share this when you share it, and you better tell those guys to share it too, because that's how you get big, by helping other people, right?
Yeah.
The only reason to be prepared, it's not so you can make a quick buck. It's so that you can grow generational wealth and help other people. Most people, and this is something different about the channel, most people want to be proven that you know what you're talking about. I hear it all the time. Prove to us how much your net worth is. I'm like, I don't want you as someone, as part of this group. I want someone that looks, I just had lunch with somebody that has been very successful in his life. And I can tell he's in a different spot in his life. Multiple jets, like speaks at 30,000, groups of 30,000, very successful. And he said he bought my course, and this isn't to sell a course, but he goes, I got so much out of it. And I'm like, and he goes, I have 50 rentals. I'm like, wait a minute, you got 50 rentals, you fly, you have a private jet and all that stuff, and speak in front of groups of 30,000, you got something on my course? He's like, yes, because the most important thing is that you never know where that little nugget, and all you need is that one nugget that's gonna take you to that next thing. I sat down with him and said, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care what your net worth is. I don't care if you're at the peak. I don't care if you're at low. I don't want to know any of that stuff. But I believe that you're going to teach me something. And I'm going to fly back and I'm going to sit down with you for a night and we're going to talk. Because I can tell already, just as we were talking, you're going to learn something. So that's the most important part about being prepared and not scared. Understanding that everyone, you can learn from everyone. There are things they did wrong, the things they did well. But you need to take that knowledge. It's not for you. Once you realize that knowledge is to expand other people's lives, you don't have to worry about your own. Everything will explode, everything will fall in line, your life will be different. And that's the most important thing that I could share with people.
And that's the way you could show up on stage and not look scared, because when you're prepared, you're not scared.
Amen. You're excited, you're pumped.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Thanks a lot, bro. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. Have a great day.
You too, bro.
All right, we'll see you later. Out.